The final day before Election Day, and as everyone tries to figure out what's going to happen tomorrow, the real answer is simple. Nobody knows. And predictions are really tough because nobody wants to be wrong and then get called on it. The answer is there's no easy answer. It's always an electoral college chess match. And this year, for whatever reason, that feels even more true. But I can tell you that whatever happens tomorrow, more than anything else, it's still completely up to you. 75 million votes have already been cast, meaning tomorrow, if turnout is anything like what we saw 4 years ago, 80 million Americans, myself included, and hopefully only U.S. citizens will all be voting tomorrow on Election Day. But before you vote, I hope you think about the last 4 years. Before you vote, I hope you go to the grocery store. I hope that you buy milk and steak and cereal and eggs and fruit and pasta and chicken. And on your way home from the grocery store, stop by the gas station. Gas right now is $2.99 near me. I took that picture this morning, and when I saw the 2 in there for the first time in what felt like forever, I just laughed. What a scam this Biden-Kamala White House really is. It's $2 right now, and only right now because Democrats want to win the election. Then they're trying to buy your vote, knowing that you'll see that big neon 2 glowing and blinking at you and do the same thing I did. You'll say, wow, $2 a gallon. Well, it's only $2 a gallon because Joe and Kamala have spent the last year draining the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, which is there to keep us safe. Meaning if we go to war tomorrow, the gas that's supposed to be for our planes and our tanks and our ships is almost completely gone. Not to mention gas prices on Election Day 4 years ago were over $1 less than the national average right now. Just $2.20 a gallon compared to $3.22 a gallon today. So don't fall for it. And don't forget that Joe and Kamala gave the American people the highest gas prices in U.S. history ever just 2 years ago, $5.02 a gallon. That's the highest it's ever been. And during that same month, when gas cost $5 a gallon, it was more in some places, inflation was just over 9%. On Donald Trump's last day in office, inflation was 1.4%, and that's just a fact. There's no way to spin it. I'm not lying to you. You can look it up for yourself. Before you vote, while you're out, go buy a house. Mortgage rates today on a 30-year fixed loan are 7.3%. That's the highest they've been in 24 years. If you're a first-time home buyer, the price for a house has gone up almost 50% since Donald Trump left office. Mortgage rates on Election Day 4 years ago, 2020, the average was 2.75%. Shocking, I know. The average cost of a home in America today is over $400,000. That's a number that we have never seen before as the ripping off of the American people continues. Value meals at certain fast food restaurants now cost $13, $14, sometimes $15. Remember when a value meal was $5? It was actually a value? Of course you do. Because guess what? It wasn't that long ago. And don't forget, while you're out, buy insurance before you vote for your house or your car or your boat or your jet ski, whatever you've got. Before you vote, make sure to pay your electric bill. If you live in a warm place, take a look at how much you're paying to cool your house today versus 4 years ago. Before you vote, book a vacation. A $400 hotel room used to be something you'd only see at luxury hotels, but suddenly $400 a night has become the standard rate. Before you vote, go out to dinner. Make sure you'd order a cocktail. $15 margaritas are common today, although of course they shouldn't be. Before you vote, redo your kitchen or a bathroom, or put an addition on your house, or put a pool in. And while you're out, go to the movies or a concert or a game. And don't forget to pay the babysitter while you're out. Babysitters now cost $20 or more in many parts of this country, which is just absurd. I might get out of news and just become a full-time babysitter. And with the holidays right around the corner now, make sure you stop by a toy store and get something for your kids or your grandkids. And don't forget about those Christmas cards. That's what, less than a month away? Did you know that a stamp today costs 73 cents per stamp? They were 47 cents when Donald Trump left office. Before you vote, make sure you pay your kids' college tuition or their daycare. My college, not that long ago, like 20 years ago, was $35,000 a year, my senior year of college. Today, my college, $70,000 a year. Before you vote, make sure you stop by the dentist and pick up your prescriptions. And don't forget about your pets. Have you ever noticed that dog prices now for pet food it's through the roof? Before you vote, call an electrician or a plumber. And stop by a vending machine somewhere. Nationwide, I bet you didn't know this, but vending machine prices are up 20% in Kamala and Joe's America. Before you vote, stop by a car dealership, buy a new car. Heck, buy a used car. Just go to a car dealership and check out the prices. Today, for the first time in American history, the average cost of a car in America is almost $50,000, which used to be a price tag you'd see on like the fanciest SUVs and luxury cars like BMWs, Mercedes, Lexus. Today, that's the average price. Before you vote, think about Ukraine, a war that wasn't happening 4 years ago, and think about the 1 million people that have been killed or injured in Ukraine over the last 2.5 years. Before you vote, think about Israel and Gaza, another war, again, that was not happening 4 years ago. Before you vote, think about Afghanistan. Remember this image right here? This is Kabul Airport, August 2021. People trying to get out of Afghanistan, holding onto the sides of U.S. cargo planes that were flying out of Kabul. This is the world that Joe and Kamala have created for us. This is their version of America United. Look at that image right there. Before you vote, think about the southern border. Can you name a country on the planet that would do this to their own citizens? Before you vote, think about Jocelyn Nungary, Rachel Morin, Laken Riley, all killed by illegal aliens. Before you vote, think about the 5-year-old girl, 5, who was allegedly raped by an illegal alien last week in New York. Before you vote, think about abortion. You might be pro-life, you might be pro-choice, but are you really pro-abortion? Because that is now the position of the Democratic Party in this country. Before you vote, think about the future. Think about another 4 years of what you just went through. Do you really think that men should be playing women's sports? Do you want your daughter or your granddaughter changing in a locker room next to a boy? Should 4th grade boys have access to tampons in the bathrooms at their schools? In Minnesota, Tim Walz's state, they do. Before you vote, look at your paycheck right at the bottom and look at the taxes that you're paying Uncle Sam every week or every 2 weeks. Fine, some of that goes to paving roads, right? But if Kamala wins, do you want a portion of your taxes paying for the sex change surgery of a prisoner? So by now, I'm sure you're asking, wow, how did all this happen? When did all this happen? And the answer is very simple. If you put a frog in a boiling pot of water, the frog's going to hop right out. But if you put that very same frog in a pot of water that's room temperature and then slowly boil it, the frog will boil to the very end. Today, we are that second frog. America today is that second frog. Everything that's happened over the past years, from they, them, to we suddenly can't define what a woman is, has happened slowly, drip, drip, drip over time. And when you isolate any one of the stories that I just mentioned, it might not seem like a huge cataclysmic deal. But when you add them all up, you realize how much America has changed, and it has happened quickly and for the worse. And as we head into the election, at some point soon, maybe tomorrow night, hopefully tomorrow night, maybe toward the end of the week, maybe longer, a winner is going to be declared. And half of this country is going to be overwhelmingly disappointed. But whoever wins, please remember, the other side is not garbage. They are your friends, your neighbors, sometimes even your own family. And whoever wins this thing, I hope they can lead the American people, not just the party that they represent, Democrat or Republican. In 2020, the theme of Joe and Kamala's inauguration was America United. That's why I brought that up. They both promised to unite this country. And before you vote tomorrow, you should think about that. Have Joe and Kamala really united this country? Did they bring people together? A garbage Hitler, Nazi, fascist later? I don't think the answer is yes. And I hope you consider that. And everything else, of course, before you vote.